This video is a demonstration on how to use Google Fonts on your website. So, first of all, you need to have a website, and I have a little JS Fiddle started here with just one H1 tag. So then I'm going to go over to type in fonts.google.com, and a whole world of fonts is there for you. And so you can pick out any kind of font that you like. There's so many fonts on Google Fonts, so that I rarely use a font that's not from Google Fonts on a website now. And Google makes it all available for free. In some cases, you may have to pay for a font, but these are all free fonts. And so just for fun, I'm going to uncheck everything except for the display fonts, because I want to see the fonts that are more interesting for this. So first I have to pick out a font. Oh, this is crazy. Let's see. Find something interesting. So I'm just kind of, I don't want to be overly fussy, so I'm going to pick this one right here. It looks like it's a font that's in all capitals. There's only one style for it. Sometimes if you want to pick out a font that you're going to use for text, you want to have more than one file, but this is just for a headline, so I'm going to pick out this one. So now I can actually see the specimen, take a look at it. And oh, that is pretty cool. That looks super cute. I can actually type in here, now is the time. So I can type in to see, say I have a certain headline I want to use, I can kind of see what that would look like. And it's a good way to actually make a little logo for your website, in fact. So anyway, yeah, I like this one. I'm going to go with it. So now I click on select this font, right? And when I did that, Google gave me my family, this family that I selected. Now I have to install it. Now, if you're installing it onto an HTML page, you would use this, but I'm going to use, for this exercise, I'm going to use the import. And I think in a lot of ways this works better. Now, don't pick up the style tags. Just pick up the import part, right? So we're going to copy that. Now I'm going to go back over to JS Fiddle, and I'm going to, I'm installing this font, right? Now when I run it, nothing happens, right? I still have to tell this H1 that I want to use this font for it. So now the next thing I have to grab, I cut and paste over from here, is Luckiest Guy is the name of the font. So what it's telling me is that the name of the font is Luckiest Guy, and then if this font can't install for some reason, it's going to install a cursive font. So I'm going to copy that, bring that back to JS Fiddle. Now I have to select something, right? So I'm going to select my H1 tags, and I'm going to paste that code, the font family Luckiest Guy cursive I got from Google, and I can run and see how I like it. So I'm going to run. Hey, that's pretty good. That looks kind of clever. It's all ready for Facebook or wherever I want to put this interesting font and interesting phrase. So that's how you use Google Fonts. Let me show you one more thing. So now on a website, you may prefer to use, maybe you'd have that for your headlines, right, for your H1 tag. But on a website, you probably should be using either a serif or a sans serif font, not a display font. You need to find a font that looks more normal. And this actually shows the fonts in order. So now I can pick a second font for my website just for regular text, not for a title. So I'm going to, actually I've used Roboto a lot, Open Sans, Lato I've used a lot, Montserrat I've used a lot, so I'm going to pick out this one I have never used, Sarabun. So I'm going to, and I can see there's 16 styles, and that's what I want to see for my text. And I want to have bold, and I want to have semi-bold, and I want to have some options available. So first let's take a look at the specimen, okay? Yep, that looks pretty darn good. And I can see what it looks like in different sizes, big and small. And you can see they have all these different options, bold and extra bolds and italics and a lot of different options. Okay, so I'm going to select this font. And this will be my font I use for regular text, right? Now when I go to I already have this Luckiest Guy, so I'm going to erase that one for now. Now I have to, I can customize this font, right? So I can say, I've been still using on most of my websites the 400 and not the 300 font, but let's try it for this. 300 is a very light and beautiful font. You probably would not want one both. And then you got to pick out which bold you want. Do you want it to be a striking bold, 800, or just a regular bold? And I'm going to just go with the 700 bold because that'll be enough contrast. So that's that. And I also will pick out italic. So I'm going to pick out those 3 fonts. And as you see, Google's giving me feedback. They're saying load time moderate because now it has to take more time to load 3 fonts, right? But let's just try it and see how it looks. So let's go back to the embed. And now if you look at the URL here, it's saying install these parts of the Cerebum family. So I'm going to first cut and paste this. I'm going to go back. When I have imports on a CSS, I usually put those at the top of the page so that if they're there for the whole page. Now though, I have to do another step. I've got to cut and paste this over here. Copy. Now remember I said I wanted to use this on not on my titles, but my regular text. So this is my regular text. So I created a quick P tag there for a regular text. So I'm going to select P per paragraph. And now, still on my clipboard, I'm going to paste in what I got from the font family that I got from Google Fonts. Now let's run and see how it looks. And that looks very nice. It looks this is my regular text. So this actually is a kind of a crazy thing there. I'll type in my awesome title. So now that'll be a little more normal. So you can see you may have this would be your title and that would be your regular text. And that's how we use Google Fonts.